Welcome to the first theater event in the Roxy Garden. So we're here to give it, warm it up. And kind of in 30-year tradition, we're breaking in new spaces in Missoula. The first space actually was the basement of the Lily restaurant, run by Shirley Jewell back in the day, like the 90s or something. And we had always local writers. We had young writers and experienced writers together. And it was a really great community that we built. This is not working.
Oh, it's working great.
Okay, awesome.
There's just no monitor for you.
There you go. I'll work on that. So we're going to break it in, but of course there's going to be some, breaking in. We were here last night. It was awesome. It got a little dark. We added some lights for the next production that you guys are planning to have here. John Budge is amazing. He's the person that booked us and everything. David Mills-Lowe helped us hang lights and set up and everything and open up for us last night. And also Nathan Cormick also works here too. So it's really a community place. So just a little bit about the third year, and we have two board members here too that I want to recognize. One is Rita Barkey, right here. Writer also. And one is Jay Kettering, right back there. We're a nonprofit, and you know what that means. Say no more. Okay. This year we put out a call, and over 30 writers all across the country and in Missoula answered the call and wrote short plays on the theme of something, like insubordination, interrogation, intrepidation, those kind of things. Those scripts were sent out to readers. There were 3 rounds, and all those rounds produced less and less, here's what we should really show. And I was aiming for 10, and it grew to 16. So you're going to see 8 tonight, and if you come back tomorrow night, you can get a $5 off your ticket. You'll see 8 more original plays. All these plays are in development, and that's what third year is about. We're about the writer. Now, of course, we adore the actors because the writers get to really see their work on their feet by pros and by student actors too. We have a lot of student actors. So we always say the first ear is the writer, the second ear comes from our actors, and the third ear, which is the keenest of all, is you, the audience. And in that tradition, we're not going to ask you to do a lot of work in addition to buying a ticket, which thank you for supporting local live theater in Missoula. But you will have an opportunity to give feedback on any of the plays. And that QR that's going around, there'll be a feedback form in there if you'd like to say something about a play that really sticks out for you. I'll forward those to the writers, and they would appreciate it. We're also being filmed by MCAT. Thanks. We're funded by a media arts grant from MCAT. And thanks, Scott, for being here. I'll give you a list for editing. So in a little while, there'll be a link on the website also to MCAT's YouTube channel. And if you can't come tomorrow night, you can see those plays tomorrow night online. Okay, I'm going to then get off here. Just a little reminder about cell phones. Please silence or turn those off. Also, if you need the restroom, you have to go out and then around to the front of the Roxy. And then the restrooms are there. There's a 15-minute intermission, and we'll hold till get you all back here, so don't worry about that. Okay, so I think I said everything I need to say. So sit back, relax, take in the plays without any critique. These are new plays. Enjoy. We hope you like them. The first up is Waiting for Rob Lowe, and it's by Rich Rubin. And the theme is I Fan Infatuation. Very short. There we go.
Waiting for Rob Lowe by Rich Rubin, with apologies to Samuel Beckett and Waiting for Godot. Place and time, waiting room outside an audition hall, present day. Characters, 3 female, 1 male. Carol, female, age 35 to 55, plus any ethnicity and actor loves Rob Lowe. Megan, female, actor 35 to 55 plus, any ethnicity and actor loves Rob Lowe, maybe even more than Carol.
Yeah.
Denise, female, age 35 to 55 plus, any ethnicity and actor loves Rob Lowe, maybe even more than anyone else in the entire world. Overhead voice, male, 35 to 55 plus, the person running the auditions, and maybe, just maybe, Rob Lowe himself. At Rise, a waiting room outside an audition hall, present day. The space is furniture-free except for a single row of metal folding chairs. A trio of middle-aged actors, Carol, Megan, and Denise, are seated. All 3 look on edge, perhaps even slightly annoyed. Maybe one of them checks her cell phone for the time. Finally, Carol breaks the silence and addresses the others.
I just hate this, don't you? What, auditions?
Auditions suck.
Yeah, auditions suck, alright, but you know what sucks even more?
No, what?
This! Waiting around for auditions.
So true. The waiting around part is the worst. Me, I've done this like 100 times, but I still get so nervous. We all get nervous. Not as nervous as I get. You want proof? 1 word, ladies. Armpits. Huh?
What?
Sweat, ladies. Armpits don't lie. Mine probably resembles a puddle right now. No, not just a puddle. A pool. Here. Just look.
I don't see anything.
Me neither. No pool? Nope. Not even a puddle?
Nothing.
Nada. Huh, really? Well, that's good. Trust me, it's not easy, but I'm trying as hard as I can to stay calm. Well, at least appear calm.
Denise closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. When she opens her eyes, she smiles. She now looks totally relaxed.
Wow!
That's really impressive.
Not showing on the outside what you're feeling on the inside.
Not even a hint.
Which means you must be a really good actor.
An excellent actor.
Which means you'll probably get the part, and I won't.
Me neither.
So, what I'm about to say, don't take it too personally, okay?
Okay. Or take it the wrong way, okay?
Okay. I think I hate you.
Me too! See what I mean? How this place brings out the worst in us? Outside this room, we'd probably all be friends. But inside this room?
Competitors.
Adversaries. Pitted. Armpitted. One against the other.
Makes you wonder why we're even here, doesn't it?
Oh, I know why I'm here.
Well, so do I, actually.
Me too. A brand new mystery. A murder mystery. Correction, not just a murder mystery. A murder mystery miniseries.
8 episodes, an hour each.
Well, more like 48 minutes, actually. With each and every 48-minute episode destined to stream where, ladies? Netflix! Woo! See? I love you, Netflix. Plus, the star is, guess who? A man who just so happens to be my all-time favorite actor.
Mine too.
Mine too! And not just my all-time favorite actor, my all-time favorite B-list celebrity.
Mine too.
A man whose face is totally perfect.
A man whose hair is totally perfect.
A man whose very name is totally perfect.
Rob Lowe.
Maybe they break into a few dance moves. Maybe they high five.
And just think, before we are done today,
Yeah?
we'll all get the chance to meet him.
Wait, what?
Huh? You heard me?
Hold on. You think he'll actually be here today? Rob? Our Rob? Mr. Totally Perfect himself?
Why not? I mean, don't you think he'll be curious?
Curious?
Who his co-star will be after today's audition?
Wait, did you say co-star?
Uh-huh.
But this audition, I thought it was for...
Not the co-star role, another role.
Yeah, a different role.
A very different role.
The,
You know,
the whatchamacallit,
the corpse.
exactly, the corpse.
So, what are you saying? You don't think the corpse is important?
Well,
Just think about it, ladies. Whose body does the audience see first? The corpse. Of all the characters in the script, whose past is the most intriguing? The corpse. Who sets the story in motion? The corpse. In fact, without the corpse, there wouldn't even be a story. Plus, playing a corpse, you think it's easy? Lying on a bed or on the floor, or heaven forbid, in the middle of a field of daisies somewhere wearing nothing or close to nothing? You don't think that's a challenge? An acting challenge?
oh, wait, the corpse, the one in the show, this show.
Yeah.
You think she'll be
What?
naked?
Why?
Because I don't do naked, that's why. I promised my mother.
Even for Rob Lowe, you wouldn't do naked?
Oh, good point. Sorry, Mom.
My mother doesn't care if I do naked. In fact, for Rob Lowe, I think my mother would do naked.
But seriously, you think Rob will actually be here today? We'll get the chance to see him, talk to him, maybe even, oh my goodness, shake his hand?
Why not? The man's very personable, you know, very down to earth.
You've met him?
Not exactly.
What does that mean?
It means I once sent him a photo.
Your headshot?
Well, kind of. Except,
Except what?
it wasn't of my head.
Wow. You really do want this part, don't you?
Suddenly, a man's offstage voice is heard overhead.
Denise,
Yes,
you're up next, hon. Ready for the audition?
you bet I am. It's my turn. Gotta go.
Break a leg.
Knock 'em dead, kiddo.
Good luck, ladies. May the best corpse win.
Denise exits stage left.
That voice.
What voice?
That voice. The one overhead. The voice we just heard.
What about it?
Do you think it's...
Who?
You know who?
No, I don't know who. Tell me.
Him.
What? No.
Why not?
Well, it didn't sound like him.
Actually,
Yeah?
it kind of did sound like him.
You think?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I'm not so sure.
Wouldn't it be great though, like the best day ever, if it actually was him?
Well, I hear what you're saying, but,
But what?
well, even though Rob Lowe is perfect,
He is perfect.
and not to be too picky, of course,
Oh, never.
wouldn't Tom Cruise be even more perfect?
End of play.
So that was Rich Rubin. He's from Portland, a Portland writer. He gives apologies, of course, to Samuel Beckett and Waiting for a Good Time. Our next playwright is dealing with someone he calls President Chump, who is meeting with the Secretary of State and the Danish Foreign Minister to discuss Greenland. This is a play by Ron Rosenfeld, and he's from Hawaii. His theme is international eye policy.
International Trade by Ron G. Rosenfeld. Cast of characters: President Chump, Secretary of State Marco, Danish Foreign Minister, can be male or female. Setting: the Oval Office at the White House, presidential desk and chair. Adjacent to the desk is the flag of the United States. On the wall behind or to the side of the desk is a map of the world. The president's suit jacket is draped over his chair, and he is wearing a white shirt and red tie. His sleeves are rolled up. There is a door stage right. At Rise, President Chump is practicing putting on the carpet, attempting to putt the ball into an empty can of Diet Coke. He putts, clearly missing, as the ball rolls off the stage.
Shit!
Chump putts again, badly missing once more.
Fuck!
The Secretary of State enters the room as Chump putts and misses a third time.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Mr. President, the Danish foreign.
These damn floors are still not level.
Excuse me?
These floors are not level. How do you expect me to putt when the fucking floors are not level?
I had them checked, sir. They're absolutely level.
Bullshit. I am telling you they are not level.
What if we simply got you a bigger can of Diet Coke for the floor? Make your putting easier. That would help, wouldn't it, sir?
Maybe. You know, that's the first good idea you've had since I appointed you Secretary of Defense.
State.
What?
State. Secretary of State.
Whatever. But about that Diet Coke, the larger can, let's see if we can do that. Make it a priority, okay?
Of course, Mr. President.
Chump picks up his putter and starts lining up an imaginary ball.
Mr. President.
What now? I thought you were working on the Diet Coke, Mario.
Marco.
What?
It's Marco, sir. Marco, not Mario.
Marco? Mario? Who cares? Just find a bigger Coke can. You can do that, can't you?
Mr. President, your next appointment is here.
What? Didn't we already have an appointment this morning? I'm sure we did, right before lunch, which was terrible, by the way, totally inedible. Why are we having another appointment this afternoon?
It's the foreign minister from Denmark. You asked me to set it up, remember?
Denmark? Why would I care about Denmark? You can't be serious. I need to be working on my putting.
You asked me to set this up, remember? It's about Greenland.
Greenland, I remember, but what's that got to do with Denmark?
They own Greenland.
Not possible. Haha, you're pulling my leg, right? Isn't Greenland in the Pacific?
It's in the Atlantic. Remember, we reviewed all this yesterday.
The secretary walks over to the map on the wall and points to Greenland.
See? Right over there, between Iceland and Canada.
Ha! Got you there. You mean between Iceland and our 51st state. And you thought I wasn't paying attention, huh? Got you there, Narco.
Marco, sir. My name is Marco.
Whatever.
Anyway, Greenland is an autonomous territory in the Kingdom of Denmark. The inhabitants are full citizens of Denmark.
Denmark. Ha! Don't make me laugh. What do they even do there besides making pastries and danishes? I mean, you can get better ones in New York or even Florida. Better than the lunch I had, that's for sure.
Sir, I really think we should bring in the Danish foreign minister. He's been waiting outside quite a while.
Yeah, might as well. Afternoon's ruined anyway.
The president leans his putter on the wall next to the map as the secretary exits through the door and then re-enters with the foreign minister. The president is now sitting at his desk, drinking from a can of Diet Coke. As they enter the Oval Office, the secretary notices the Diet Coke can on the floor and kicks it out of the way.
Mr. President, may I introduce the Danish foreign minister, Troels Jorgensen.
Who?
The Danish minister, Troels Jorgensen.
Trolls? Really? That's your name, Trolls?
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. President. Trolls is a respected and historic name in Denmark.
Trolls. Who names their kid Trolls? Huh? You must have had a tough time in Halloween. Huh?
Mr. President, you requested a visit with the Danish foreign minister to discuss Greenland.
I did? Oh, sure. That's right. Why don't we all take a seat? I've had a busy day, I must say, and not even time for a nap.
They all take seats.
So, what's on the agenda, Harpo?
Marco, Mr. President.
Just kidding you, Marco. You really can't take a joke. Lighten up. What's the agenda? Marco?
You were going to make a proposal to the foreign minister concerning Greenland.
Oh, that's right. Of course. So, Trolls? Tell me, Trolls, do they put little statues of you out on the lawn, or is that just an American custom?
I'm not sure I understand.
Another one with no sense of humor. Oh, well. Where was I? Oh, yes, of course. The United States would like to take over Greenland, make it a state, the 52nd right after Canada.
Sir, if you don't mind, may I ask why this sudden interest in Greenland?
Interest? What's the difference? It's a simple business proposal.
Perhaps you are desiring Greenland's vast mineral resources?
Nope, don't care.
Perhaps its enormously vital strategic location?
Nope. What? Why would I care about an island in the middle of the Pacific?
Atlantic.
Whatever. I still don't care.
Perhaps Greenland's potential oil resources?
No, we could just keep fracking away here forever.
What then, if I might ask?
I'm gonna build me a resort. A fantastic resort.
A resort? But Greenland is in the Arctic. 80% of the island is covered with ice, completely uninhabitable.
You don't think I know that? You guys are always underestimating me.
I'm afraid I don't understand. Greenland is by far the largest ice mass in the Northern Hemisphere, hardly a place for a resort.
Now, maybe now, perhaps, but you forget about climate change. Climate change. CLIMAT. Is there an E on that somewhere? Whatever. With the legislation we will pass, all the ice will be gone within 5 years. All of it, and well before my third term will be over. And then we'll build one hell of a resort. I'm going to call it Greenland-a-Lago. 6 golf courses. It'll be the Riviera of the Pacific.
Atlantic.
What?
Atlantic, or Arctic.
Okay. The Riviera of the Arctic. Greenland-a-Lago.
Sir, a recent opinion poll shows that over 85% of Greenlanders don't want anything to do with the U.S.
Rigged.
Excuse me?
Rigged. Those polls are all rigged. It's fake news.
The vote was 26,213 to 8. And the dissenters were all known alcoholics. Mr. President, I will need to take your proposal back to my Prime Minister.
The minister begins to rise from his seat.
Hold your horses, Trolls. Remember, I'm a businessman. I have a proposal for you. Nobody expects you to give us Greenland for free, after all. Everything's a transaction, right? Everything's negotiable. Haven't you read my book, The Art of the Deal?
It's not exactly a bestseller in Greenland.
Well, it should be. I'll have Narco send you a copy, okay? An autographed copy, all right? So, here's the deal. We'll give you one of our states in exchange for Greenland.
Seriously? What state did you have in mind? Perhaps Florida?
Can't do that. I live there, remember?
I understand, of course. Well then, perhaps Texas? We Danes love cowboy movies. Or someplace with lots of Scandinavians. North Dakota, perhaps? Have you watched Fargo?
No red states.
Excuse me? I don't understand.
No red states. The president insists on holding on to all states that have voted for him. Those electoral votes are too precious to squander.
Here's the deal. You can have one of the blue states. They're not many, mind you, but you can have one. They didn't vote for me, so now they're all expendable. So how about one of the New England states? They would be close to Denmark, after all.
Make me a suggestion, please.
Well, how about Rhode Island or Vermont? You could even have Oregon.
Oregon's not in New England.
Whatever, they can still have it. Just no red states.
And how about New York?
No way. They love me there.
That's not what we hear.
Fake news. Besides, I'm not giving up Trump Tower.
California, then?
Nice try. You think I'd give up Disneyland? Really? And all the great golf courses? How about Washington?
The state of Washington?
No, Harpo, I mean Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.?
Sure, why not? You can have it all.
Mr. President, are you sure? That's our capital.
The capital is wherever I am. Haven't you been paying attention?
But what about the White House?
Who cares? Let him have it. It's just some real estate after all. And the lawn's too small for an actual golf course.
And the Supreme Court? And Congress?
We'll just move them to Greenland or Lago. Think of all the rent we could collect.
How brilliant! Great idea, sir, as usual. And that way we can get rid of those pesky blue electoral votes.
Finally, you're catching on, Narco. Okay then, how does that sound, Trolls? Tell me honestly, is your name really Trolls?
I will have to take this proposal up with my government. I'm sure you understand. Now, just to be clear, you are proposing that Denmark gets Washington, D.C., including the White House, the Supreme Court, Congress, am I correct?
Yep. I'll even throw in the Smithsonian and the Trump Center for the Performing Arts.
Then perhaps we might have a deal after all, Mr. President.
The minister stands and shakes hands with the president. The secretary escorts him out and then returns, closing the door behind him.
Well played, Mr. President.
It's all about knowing how to negotiate. That's why I'm so successful.
And you managed to get rid of those 3 blue electoral votes from D.C.
Yes, of course. But about those electoral votes, I have got another great idea. Once we admit Greenland as a state, we'll have Congress change the electoral vote formula. Rather than assigning electors by population, we'll do it by geographic area. By my calculations, Greenland would give us 973 red electoral votes. And remember, we'll have Alaska and Texas as well. I mean, they can keep itsy-bitsy Rhode Island and Vermont.
Brilliant, Mr. President. What about Canada? Your planned 51st state. That's a lot of territory there.
I've changed my mind about Canada. I mean, when you think about it, Canada doesn't deserve to be a state. It's really just a suburb of the United States. We'll make it a territory, like Puerto Rico. That way, they don't get any electoral votes, and we don't ever have to provide any disaster relief.
You're a genius, Mr. President.
Why, thank you, Mario.
Marco, sir.
Whatever, Mario. Marco, Narco, Harpo, who cares?
The secretary begins to depart. The president picks up his putter.
Hey, Narco,
Yes, Mr. President?
no more appointments today. And don't forget that large can of Diet Coke.
The president starts practicing his putting strokes. End of play.
All right, so our third play is by an Austin, Texas playwright, Greg Romero, who you might know, he spent some time here in Missoula. One of the submission readers said, this play challenges what we think a play is, and he's right. Another said, I felt swept into an artful film with texture, conflicting feelings, punctuated by the gentle step of a deer. There's a content disclosure on this one. This play contains strong language. It's going to have to compete with the guy on the street there. And mention of emotional violence caused by sexual assault. Okay.
Jean yeets her Hawaiian shirt into the ocean. Characters. Jean, a school teacher. Roger, male, a marketing executive. Abby, female, works in a restaurant. A deer, female, a deer. An owl, any gender, an owl. Offstage, voice sound only. Time and place, the Anthropocene, Hawaii. A pine forest that feels real. Note, have fun using your imagination. Jean yeets her Hawaiian shirt into the ocean. Lights up on Jean and Roger sitting at a touristy restaurant table together. They are wearing Hawaiian shirts. Roger is looking intently at his menu. Abby, a server who's rocking a totally badass wig, hovers over the table. They are all looking for some time until...
We should break up.
Roger puts down his menu and looks at Jean, kind of in disbelief.
I'm breaking up with you.
Abby exits.
Okay, what?
I've booked you another room
What?
at a different hotel.
What? We're on vacation.
I know.
You know?
Being away from everything, away from our regular lives and stupid routines, our dumb shit. I can see things clearly now in a way that I wasn't able to before. It's like washing a bunch of mud and a bunch of puke from my eyes.
Puke? Okay. So that's it? Wow. I don't know what I'll do without you. I need you. I mean, I feel like... You don't feel anything right now?
Of course I do.
Okay, well...
I put you in a hotel nicer than this one. I think
Calm
you'll
down.
like it. I want you to have a nice time while you're here.
Jean.
I'm going to get up before I get too emotional.
Okay, Jean,
I'm
look,
getting
I'm
up.
sorry
I
if
already
I-
told them to
Jean,
put this meal on
Jean,
my bill.
I'm sorry.
I heard the
Just
biscuits
wait a
really
minute.
good and
Jean,
crab
it
rice.
won't happen
Get
again.
some crab rice if you want.
She's gone. He sits at the table alone for a long moment. He's just sitting there. We hear tectonic plates moving underground, just slightly, just enough. He pulls his mask of a human man off of his face, revealing a hideous, zombie-like monster, gaping holes in his flesh, teeth all over his face.
Fucking shit.
Light shifts to a deer grazing in a pine forest. It is nighttime. Stars twinkle atop the tall pines, dancing to the music the crickets are making all around them. The deer is graceful, gentle. The deer listens, ears pointed forward to catch all of the sound. The deer exits towards the sound of the owl. Lights shift and Jean is on the beach, still in her Hawaiian shirt. We hear the waves breaking on the shore. Jean looks into the ocean through all the waves into the horizon line. She reaches into her shirt pocket and pulls out a cookie. She eats her cookie while staring into the waves. The waves continue breaking. We hear a seabird fly over. As she eats her cookie, her body trembles. A whole body shaking, crying, heaving thing she is trying to control, one small cookie bite at a time. Deep in the distance, way past the seabirds, past the waves, even past the horizon, we barely hear
Fucking shit.
echoing. She eats her cookie until the echoing has stopped and her body has become still. The waves continue breaking gently. She takes off her Hawaiian shirt and yeets it into the ocean. We see she has fresh bruises, purple fist prints. Light shifts to Roger, still sitting at the table. It begins to rain on him. He sits in the rain for a long time, occasionally drinking from the glass of water on the table. Finally, the rain ends and the sun emerges, shining brightly on him. Abby approaches the table.
Sir,
Yeah?
Would you like to order something? A volcano is going to erupt soon, and we're trying to get our orders in.
Crab fries.
Anything?
Fucking crab fries!
Abby exits. Light shifts, and the deer is walking through the pine forest. The stars are still shining brightly. The crickets still singing. The moon has emerged. Jean enters, and she and the deer look at each other. Jean steps towards the deer, and the deer takes a step back. They look at each other again, trying to read each other. For a moment, we just listen to everything. A gentle night breeze passing through the pine trees, a coyote singing in the distance, the cricket song, condensation forming on the grass, mushrooms emerging from the soft ground, beetles at work on a fallen branch. We hear an elevator ding and doors opening and closing. And finally, the owl calls again, and the deer turns and follows it. Lights shift. Jean is standing in front of the touristy hotel elevator, looking at her reflection in the elevator doors. The doors open, and just as Jean is about to step in...
Wait!
Jean stops. Abby enters carrying a to-go container.
Miss?
Me?
Yes.
The elevator doors begin to close. Jean holds them open.
Do you remember me from the restaurant?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
You're still in your work clothes.
Right. Yeah. And you?
Abby gestures to Jean, who is still without a shirt. The elevator doors try to close. Jean holds them open.
Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes. Thank you for asking. Are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I will be. Thank you.
Abby offers Jean the to-go container.
I wanted you to have this. It's the bisque. You said you heard it was good. It's really good. And I asked the kitchen to put a sprinkle of anemone on the top. It brings out the flavor.
It's still warm.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you.
That was so cool. What you did in the restaurant.
Oh. Thank you. I guess it was.
It got me thinking, you know?
I think I do. I'm sorry.
Abby removes her badass wig, revealing her head. Bruised, scratched, pieces of hair forcibly shaved and cut out. The elevator doors try to close. Jean holds them open.
These stars, they're driving me crazy.
I'll go.
Do you want to come up to my room? As a friend?
Abby searches her pockets and server apron. She finds an extra spoon and triumphantly holds it up. Jean and Abby step into the elevator together. Jean pushes the button for her floor. They ride the elevator together for as long as they need. The deer crosses through the hotel lobby, checking things out. Ooh, 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 ooh. An owl calls in the distance. The elevator continues ascending. We hear the pine forest again, the breeze passing through the treetops, the crickets humming into the night, the distant coyote. A tectonic plate continues to shift under the ground, and the forest sounds give way to the sounds of the earth, moving beneath everything. The elevator continues ascending. In the distance, magma rises from a volcano, lava spilling over and making new land, new ground to stand on. The elevator finally reaches its destination. We hear the elevator ding, and the doors open. Without looking at each other, Jean and Abby somehow acknowledge each other. Take a deep breath, and as they take a step forward, lights out. End of play.
Yeah, that takes a stretch, right? Good job, you guys. We have one more before intermission. This play is by Kathy Witkowski, who is here tonight. She's a local playwright. Where are you, Kathy? Kathy. There she is, kind of scooching down in her chair. This play, I do need to warn you, along with the motorcycles that race every night. If you live in this neighborhood, you know what that's all about. Some of them are legal, some aren't. We used to call it street legal. Do you remember that? That's not a thing anymore. I did ask our SRO at Hellgate, Marvin, what about? And he was like, well, some are and some aren't. If they wreck, we can give them a ticket. It's, okay, I'll stop. This play, we do need to warn you too. We have a content disclosure that there's strong language and sexual content in this play, If Wishes Were Horses. Sorry, one more thing. Sorry, Anne. The theme is imagination.
If Wishes Were Horses, a one-act play by Kathy Witkowski. If Wishes Were Horses, cast of characters. Maybelle, a woman in her early 70s. Hannah, a 19-year-old woman, Maybelle's granddaughter. Maybelle, as a 19-year-old woman, long straight hair, lots of makeup. Edie, a middle-aged woman, Maybelle's aunt. Sharon, a middle-aged woman, Edie's old friend. Slightly frumpy in a long skirt, tennis shoes, and oversized sweater. Scene 1, early morning, May 2nd, 2025. Maybelle and Hannah are at the Sunshine Miners Memorial in North Idaho, at the mouth of the Big Creek Canyon, where a 13-foot-tall statue of a miner holds a rock drill skyward. In front of the statue are 91 miniature headstones.
It's good that we're here early. It'll get crowded later. What with the anniversary being today. I wanted us to have some time alone.
I'm glad you brought me, Grandma.
Me too, honey. I promised your great Aunt Edie before she passed that I'd get you here someday.
That's a lot of headstones.
Yes, it is. 91 to be exact. A big hit for such a small community. Hard to believe it's been 53 years.
Maybelle and Hannah bent over to look at them in silence.
Do you remember what you were doing that day? The Sunshine Mine. It sounds like such a happy place.
The men who worked here loved it. Well, my Ronnie did, anyways.
That was your boyfriend?
Mm-hmm. Imagine Hannah, instead of taking the bus or subway to work, descending a mile down into the earth. That's more than 3 times deeper than One World Trade Center is tall. Ronnie used to say that if the lights quit, it was darker than a thief's pocket.
That gives me the willies.
Me too. I never understood the appeal. But Ronnie's dad, his 2 uncles, and his older brother, We're all miners, and oh boy did he ever want to be part of that club. They all died too. Except his dad, and he might as well have, given how he never did recover from the loss. We also lost Uncle Hank, my cousin Travis, your great Aunt Edie's son, all in one fell swoop. I was just 19, same age you are now.
What happened?
Fire. And they couldn't evacuate the miners fast enough. They saved 80. But then the hoist operator died, and all the other ones left behind suffocated.
It must be really hard for you to come here, Grandma.
Yes and no. If Ronnie had survived, my life would have turned out very different. And you, my dearest Hannah, wouldn't be you. It's funny to think about that.
Do you remember what you were doing that day?
Absolutely. And you're old enough to know.
Scene 2. Interior of a small town working class cafe. A sign in the front window reads, "The Hard Rock Cafe." Edie is behind the cafe counter, apron on, preparing for the day by writing the specials on a blackboard. Steak and eggs with hash browns, $3.25. Fresh baked apple pie a la mode, 75 cents. Smiles free. Maybelle enters in a rush, wearing a colorful trench coat. She is drenched.
Good morning, my sweet Petunia. How's my favorite niece on this glorious second day of May?
Maybelle goes behind the counter, then retrieves a compact mirror from her purse and studies her face.
Soggy. Glorious is not how I describe it out there. And I'm your only niece. Doesn't change the fact that you're my favorite. And the rain? Maybelle, you know as well as anyone, that's just North Idaho in springtime. Sorry I'm late. Ronnie would not take no for an answer this morning. Says it'll keep him safe. Darling, those miners they'd recite the Pledge of Allegiance backwards in ancient Greek if they thought it would get them some action. Beware that old wives' tale, or before you know it, you'll get knocked up and you'll actually be an old wife, like me, serving up chicken fried steaks and half-baked truths in this very cafe. Don't worry about the coffee, I took care of it. Napkins need restocking though. Ugh, so much for ironing my hair, and gosh darn these dark circles. Quit your fretting. You'll be the most beautiful thing any of our customers set eyes on today, including the apple pies. Although they smell a lot better. What's that god-awful stench? You don't like patchouli? It's considered very artsy.
Edie returns to the blackboard. Maybelle takes off her coat, then opens the door partway to try to catch her own full-length reflection. She is wearing a midriff halter top, embroidered sequin bell-bottoms, and platform shoes.
More like raspberry tartsy, if you get my drift. Miners, sure. God knows they can't help but stink like the devil himself after 8 hours underground, but you, Maybelle? You should smell like... Oh my, let's have a look at you. I stayed up after the show last night to put on the finishing touches. These sequins about took forever, but I can't help myself. I get so inspired by her outfits. It's certainly an attention grabber. But put on an apron before we open. Not everyone needs to see your belly button, Maybelle. I was going to anyways. Wouldn't want to spill on it. Did you watch last night? Have you known me to miss? They say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned. Our money's all been spent. I guess that's so we don't have a pot, but at least I'm sure of all the things we've got. Babe. I got you, babe. I've got you. Oh, 5:45. Heavens to Betsy, we have a cafe to open. Scoot.
The women return to their work to get the cafe ready for the morning.
Oh, Aunt Edie, I wish I had your voice. And I wish I had your figure. And if wishes were horses, then beggars would ride.
Edie goes into the kitchen, returns with an envelope.
Speaking of wishes, this came for you. Postmark says New York. Really? It must be from Bob Mackey. Let me see.
Maybelle grabs for the letter, but then hesitates to open it.
Why'd you give him the cafe address instead of your own? Get real, Aunt Edie. A wannabe fashion designer from Smelterville, Idaho. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss book gone wrong. But the Hard Rock Cafe in Kellogg, Idaho, now that sounds sort of classy. The kind of place that might spawn real talent. How would they know it's only 5 miles down the road and every bit as polluted and barren? They don't know nothing about life in the Silver Valley, and it's probably better that way.
Oh, come on, Maybelle. The Silver Valley might not quite live up to its shiny name, but our men make a good living in those mines. You folks stick together around here. You won't find that sense of community just anywhere.
I know you gotta tell yourself that, Aunt Edie. But don't you ever wonder what might have happened if you'd stuck it out in Nashville a bit longer?
Maybelle, honey, maybe it seems like I gave up too quick. But Nashville ain't no place for a single pregnant girl from North Idaho, no matter how good she can sing.
That's why you came back? Mama always told me you were homesick for Uncle Hank.
I was sick, all right. Why do you think I'm always on you about being careful? Now, go ahead and open that thing.
Oh, I can't. What if they say no?
Just open it.
Aunt Edie, have you seen that spaceship? The one that the astronauts just took to the moon?
Of course I have. It was all over the news. But what in God's name are you going on about?
Do you remember how small that capsule is? I thought it'd be huge, but it's barely bigger than Dad's cutlass.
Okay, Maybelle, but
that's what Smelterville feels like to me. Like I'm stuck in a tiny little capsule, watching out the window as the real world passes me by. But maybe now, just maybe, I'll get to join that world.
Does Ronnie know about this?
Of course not. It's probably not ever gonna happen, so why get him all riled up? This way we'll get married and have a pastel of kids like he wants, and they'll go work in the mine when they graduate high school, just like him and everyone else around here.
Over my dead body. Maybelle Louise Sullivan, you got too much talent to share. And if you read that there letter, you'll see that Bob Mackey, he knows it.
Did you open this already?
Well, technically the steam from the wash basin opened
Edie!
it. Sorry, honey, I wanted to be prepared in case things didn't work out. Just read it.
Too nervous.
Maybelle thrust the letter at Edie.
Dear Miss Sullivan, thank you for your interest in joining our fashion design team here at Bob Mackey Productions. We were impressed with the sketches you sent and would be happy to have you join our team on a trial basis.
For real?
Maybelle grabs for the letter, reads.
However, due to the overwhelming popularity of the Sonny and Cher show, we are currently inundated with orders, so we would need you to arrive by May 15th, or we'll be forced to offer your position to another deserving applicant.
What did I tell you? Oh, I sure wish your mom had lived to see this day.
May 15th? That's in 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. And the train to New York takes 3 days, so no time to spare, my little fashion princess. Get on out of here and get yourself packed and ready. I'll handle the cafe today.
Oh, thank you, Aunt Edie. But no way, I can afford a train ticket to New York. Ronnie and I just spent all of our savings on a new set of tires.
Edie goes to the till and opens it, waves a wad of cash triumphantly.
I've got you covered, Petunia. Been socking away some extra just for this very occasion. 'Cause I knew all along this was coming. $375. It's no fortune, but should get you to New York all right. And land you a room, too.
Oh, Aunt Edie, you are the best. But when Ronnie finds out, he's gonna kill me.
He ain't gonna do no such thing. That boy's been weak in the knees ever since he first laid eyes on you back in junior high. And if he dares try to stop you, he'll have me to contend with.
Oh, but how am I gonna tell him? Oh, I feel sick.
Oh, that's just nerves talking. You should have seen me when I went to Nashville. I was so nauseous I could barely make it up the stairs on that Greyhound bus. Felt like I was trying to scale Mount Everest.
I'm gonna throw up.
Maybelle exits, presumably heading for the bathroom.
Try to relax, honey. The money will be right here. Oh, Lord. No, can't be.
Edie grabs a broom and starts to sweep furiously. Sharon tentatively opens the door to the cafe.
You're shedding sequins!
I have been accused of many things, girlfriend, but shedding sequins, that's a first.
Edie turns and pauses as she takes in the sight of Sharon entering the cafe.
Sharon?
You always said I should stop by if I was in the area. Took me a couple decades, but here I am.
Well, knock me over with a feather, why don't you? If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake, baked a cake, baked a cake. If I knew you were coming, I'd have baked a cake. How'd you do, how'd you do, how'd you do?
Edie and Sharon begin to dance, the steps and choreography clearly familiar to them.
Had he dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band, grandest band in the land. Had he dropped me a letter, I'd have hired a band and spread the welcome mat for you.
You remember.
Of course I do. You never forget the words to a song or the steps to a dance.
Maybelle re-enters to find Edie and Sharon laughing and hugging.
I thought I heard another singer out here.
Sharon's an old friend of mine from my Nashville days. We worked together slinging hash at the Harmony Cafe and did a few backup gigs together. Fun times. Sharon, this is my niece, Maybelle.
Look at how glamorous you are. You remind me of... Oh, who's that striking woman on TV? The one with the wild clothes and the schlub for a husband?
Cher, you think? She's my idol. In fact, will you excuse me? I'm not feeling well.
Maybelle exits.
You'll be fine. Nerves. She's about to leave for New York City. Got offered a fashion internship.
Oh, how wonderful.
Oh, it will be. As long as... Oh, perish the thought. Here, have a seat. God, it's good to see you. Coffee?
Thought you'd never ask.
Edie pours Sharon and herself some coffee, and they sit.
As long as what?
Huh?
You said it'll be wonderful for her as long as...
Oh, it's nothing. Don't want history repeating itself is all.
You don't think she's...
No. It can't be. I won't let it be. I can live with what happened to me. Sharon, I wasn't all that great a singer anyways. But Maybelle? I don't think I could stand it if she didn't get to pursue her dreams. And of course that's what would happen, because here in Idaho it's illegal to, well, you know.
Terminate a pregnancy? Yes, I know. And newsflash, it's not just Idaho. Abortion is illegal in most states. Here it is, 1972. We got a black lady running for president. If she got elected, she could launch a nuclear war. But if she got pregnant, she wouldn't have the right to decide whether to have the baby. Is that crazy or what?
Isn't she too old to get pregnant?
For God's sake, Edie, you're missing my point.
I get your point, Sharon. Of course we should have more of a say-so, but how's that gonna happen?
By taking matters into our own hands.
What exactly are you saying?
I'm saying it's not that complicated once you know what you're looking at.
Yeah? And how are you gonna do that? We're like a deep, dark mine of buried ore down there.
With this.
Sharon pulls out a speculum from her purse, holds it up. Maybelle re-enters, looking wrung out.
I hope that's the last time. What is that?
Behold the speculum. It's what medical folks use to see your private parts. Hold things open down there so they can get a good look.
Maybelle comes closer, peers at the speculum.
You're a nurse?
More of an advocate.
You always were a bit of a hellraiser. Maybelle, you should have seen her standing up to the cafe owner when he tried to cheat us out of our paychecks, organized a boycott till he had to cough up what he owed us. He was madder than a wet hornet.
Well, that was satisfying, but not nearly as satisfying as what I'm doing now.
Which is what, exactly?
It's kind of hard to explain. How about I just show you?
Sharon suddenly grabs a flashlight from her bag, and holding that and the speculum, clears off the counter and climbs up, then pulls off her panties and hikes her skirt up to her thighs. Her head is to the audience.
Which of you wants to go first?
Sharon, I don't know what's happened to you since we last saw each other, but this is batshit crazy. Now, I wish you would get off of there. It's unsanitary.
Well, as you told me many times, Edie, if wishes were horses...
Then beggars would ride. She taught me that too.
Exactly, Maybelle. I'll tell you what happened to me, Edie. I got married, had a couple kids, one right after the other. And just as my husband left me, I discovered I was pregnant again. No way I could afford another child living on tips. I could barely make ends meet as it was. So I had an illegal abortion. And you know what? I hemorrhaged so badly I nearly died. And then I started hearing about other women. Oh, there's lots of us. Who received terrible treatment from doctors. All men, of course. Who didn't know or didn't care how to do better. Or women who had botched back alley abortions like me from men who didn't even have medical training. Or were so desperate they were operating on themselves with knitting needles and coat hangers or drinking turpentine or bleach. And wishing wasn't going to change that. So I learned how to do them myself.
Can't be serious.
I most certainly am. But you know what has been even more radical? Letting women see what their bodies look like. Not just the boobs and the hair, the whole kit and caboodle. I'm not the only one. There's a group of us, self-helpers now, traveling the country, organizing teach-ins. My coochie's been on display in living rooms, church basements, and colleges from Wisconsin to North Dakota, and everywhere I go, women thank me for putting an end to their ignorance and shame. Maybelle, don't you think you deserve the right to know what you're made of, to be in charge of your own body?
Well, sure.
Exactly. And wishing is not going to make it so.
Well, this here's my cafe, and I'm in charge of what goes on here.
Edie tries to drag Sharon off the counter, but Sharon successfully resists.
Come on, Edie, what are you afraid of? It'll only take a sec, and it'll change your life. Yours and Maybelle's. I've seen it happen over and over again.
I'll tell you what'll change my life is if some customer comes in for a fried egg sandwich and sees my head stuck up your skirt. They'll haul me off to jail, lickety-split. And I don't need to see the inside of the county lockup any more than I need to see the inside of your hoo-ha.
Suit yourself, but Maybelle, you want to see, right?
Sharon holds out the speculum and flashlight to Maybelle, but Edie grabs the speculum.
No, she don't.
Actually, Aunt E, I do. I've spent a lot of time looking at myself in the mirror, but all I see is the outside. I have no idea what I look like on the inside.
A kitchen timer goes off.
Well, go ahead then. I gotta get the pies out of the oven.
Edie reluctantly surrenders the speculum to Maybelle, then exits.
For the love of God, at least lock the door.
Maybelle locks the door.
I'll just slide the speculum in, and you use the flashlight.
Maybelle peers up Sharon's skirt as instructed.
See that little donut-like shape? That's the cervix. It's the opening to the uterus, where a baby would come out.
But it's so little. How would a baby...
I know it seems crazy, but trust me, it expands during birth.
Groovy. Aunt Edie, come see.
Edie re-enters. Maybelle hands her the flashlight.
Look for the donut. It's her cervix.
I'm only doing this for you.
Edie looks up Sharon's skirt. Her tone changes to one of appreciation.
Oh, I see. I had no idea. Wow, that's amazing.
Like Maybelle said, groovy, right?
Edie emerges as Sharon sits up and dresses. Edie rearranges the stuff on the counter.
Yeah, I gotta admit, it is. Thank you, Sharon. That was, something. But I'll tell you what's not groovy. Maybelle, honey, I gotta ask you. You think you might be pregnant? You know, I can't send you to New York if you are.
Maybe. I've been trying to be careful and all, like you told me, but my Aunt Flo was late this month. I didn't want to say anything.
How late?
A couple weeks. I know, because I remember thinking it was due the same day as our taxes, and how that felt like a double whammy.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Hold up. Edie, sweetheart, if you are pregnant, would you want to keep the baby?
I wouldn't really have a choice, would I? That's just how it is when you get knocked up. That's what happened to Susie Warren, and Jessica Stone, and Annie O'Hara. Lots of my high school classmates. Unless you want to give up the baby for adoption, and I don't think I could do that. And Ronnie would never let me.
There is another option.
There is?
Hang on, Sharon. This is my niece we're dealing with here.
At this early stage, the embryo is minuscule, only the size of a pumpkin seed. So it's a simple procedure. All you need is a mason jar, some rubber tubing, and a syringe. Then it's just a matter of using suction to create a vacuum effect.
Like siphoning gas out of a car?
I have never thought of it that way, Maybelle, but yes, basically the same mechanism.
Sounds dangerous, not to mention illegal. You could get sent to prison, both of you.
Sure, there's risks with any medical procedure, but there's risks having a baby too. I'm well trained and never had an issue doing this, and if anyone asks, we call it menstrual extraction, which helps with cramps and is perfectly legal. But Maybelle, this isn't just siphoning gas from a car. This decision, either way, will alter the course of your life.
I don't know. Aunt Edie, what do you think?
Maybelle, honey, you're the only one who can make that choice. But know this, I'll support you, whatever you decide. If you have the baby, I'll help raise it. And if you decide not to, I'll carry your secret to my grave. Now, why don't you get yourself on home and have a long, hot bath and think on it? We don't need to explain these tears to our customers. And this afternoon, when he gets off shift, you can talk to Ronnie.
Ronnie, do I have to? I already know what he's gonna say.
You don't have to. No matter what the law says, it's your body and your choice, Maybelle. But you'll feel better if you talk to him.
Edie peers out of the window.
Look here. The rain stopped and the sun's coming out. That's a good sign. You get going and call me this afternoon.
I won't leave town till you decide if you need me.
Maybelle collects her coat and purse and prepares to exit, but stops at the door.
Sharon, can I ask you something?
Of course, honey.
Do all hoo-haws look the same?
Mostly, but if you want to see yours, it's easy enough.
Sharon holds out the speculum.
All you need is this, a mirror and a flashlight, and remember to look.
For the donut. Thanks, Sharon. I'll remember.
Maybelle takes the speculum, then hugs Sharon.
Is this really necessary?
I need to see what I'm made of, Aunt Edie.
Maybelle hugs Edie and exits. Edie and Sharon sit in silence for a beat.
I don't know whether to hug you or slug you.
How about you just warm me up?
Edie goes behind the counter, returns with the coffee pot and an apron. She tops off Sharon's coffee, then hands her the apron.
We open in 5 minutes.
I'm a little out of practice.
It's like the words to a song. You never forget.
Scene 3. Early morning, May 2nd, 2025. The Sunshine Miners Memorial in North Idaho. Hannah and Maybelle are on a bench.
So, you went home, and then what?
Well, after I spent some time checking out my own hoo-ha, which, let me tell you, was quite an experience, I got in the tub and tried to figure out what to say to Ronnie. But of course, I never got to tell him. I was still in the tub when Aunt Edie called with the news, sometime around noon, I think. I'll never forget standing in the kitchen, buck naked, dripping water all over the floor. That's how I was when Aunt Edie and Sharon came to get me, just as motionless as this here statue. Phone still in my hand. They got me dressed and we went to the mine and sat there with all the others, waiting, praying, watching as the men who were rescued reunited with their families, hoping ours would be in the next batch of survivors. And even though I wasn't down there with him, I understood exactly how Ronnie felt. Trapped, suffocating. Because even though I was able to see the sky, it was so blue that day. It was exactly how I felt. And that's when I realized what I had to do. Not just for myself, but for Aunt Edie too. She always believed in me. Tell me the truth, Hannah. Are you appalled?
No. To move to New York, all alone and make a life there? I think you were brave, Grandma.
Not really. Not like Sharon. She was really the brave one. She and the other self-helpers, they put themselves at risk in order to protect the rights of others. That takes guts.
What happened to her?
Sharon? Oh, she stayed. and helped Aunt Edie with the cafe. They even ran a couple teach-ins there, if you can believe that. But then a year later, Roe passed. So the self-helpers weren't really needed, because that legalized abortion in all 50 states. Seemed like that had finally put an end to the issue. Sharon stuck around. Anyways, though, she and Aunt Edie were pretty tight.
Tight, like...
I think so. They had to be private about it, of course. But they seemed happy together.
Seems crazy that women are still fighting for the right to bodily autonomy.
Yeah. 50 years on. It's deja vu all over again. I sure wish things were different for you, Hannah.
Me too, Grandma. And I wish you hadn't had to go through that. But like you've told me many times, if wishes were horses, then
Beggars would ride.
Guess we've got some work to do.
I'd say so, honey.
Maybelle puts her arm around Hannah and they exit. End of play.
Fifteen-minute intermission. By the way, I'm Sean Gant. Forgot to. And I was the dramaturg for this production. Not the director. I don't pretend to have that skill. But I did was in a position to make a lot of directorial choices, so maybe that's a thing for me in the future. No, I'm a writer and producer. And so the fun part was to work with the writers through drafts after they were chosen, and then that's what you're seeing now. But the writers are still working on these plays. They're very much alive, and they're very edgy and some experimental and some funny and some sad and blah, blah, blah. Okay, keep going. Our next play is called A Dame and Stevie, and it's by J. Lois,
No, MC Crosby.
by MC Crosby.
That's what my...
There she is. The theme is idolatry. MC Crosby is from Brooklyn, and there is a content disclosure. This play contains a description of violence. It's ironic that we moved in. You'll soon see why. We've moved in from the garden.
A Dame and Stevie by M.C. Crosby. Characters. A dame, an adventurous optimist, any gender, race, or age. Stevie, a bored pessimist, any gender, race, or age. Delicious, a disembodied voice, has no gender, race, or age because it's an omniscient being outside of time. But the voice sounds sultry and delicious. Setting, the backyard of Eden. Although the script indicates pills hanging from trees and a spinning tree trunk, these can be implied through projections or simple set and props, such as an iPad on a rotating desk chair with wheels, prop fruits, or just within the audience's imagination. At least a screen or two in the form of a phone will remind the audience of the knowledge they often hold in the palm of their hand. On stage, there are many emerald trees with larger-than-life vitamins growing on them. A dame frolics around the vitamins, skipping joyfully. A dame wears feathers in their hair.
What flavor? What flavor will favor me today?
Stevie enters, looking rather haggard. They have a headband of pebbles.
Sweet Stevie, would you like me to pick you a plump peppered pill to perk you up today?
Darling dame, I am sick. Sick of pills, sick of swallowing. Sick of never using these chompers and fleshy mouth spoon we've been given. There must be a different way to live life. The cows chew the juniper grass, the birds slurp the firm worms. Why must we only consume pills?
I tried your water and grass tonic. It was nasty, grassy, gross.
I wish I could roast a root and have it taste like something other than dirt, but it never does. Everything tastes like where it comes from.
And some roots roll around in things worse than dirt. Let me make you a water on the rocks to help your medicine go down today. I'm going to have a blue. What color suits you? Chartreuse?
A dame skips toward a branch with a massive blue pill and trips over an out-of-place tree with particularly large roots. They pratfall gracefully. Stevie suddenly points to what looks like an apple growing from the odd tree.
A dame, what is that pill?
I don't know. It looks awfully round and red, like the center of a flower, but the round goes all around.
Should we eat it?
It could be poisonous. Remember that time you fed me a feather and my innards were outwards for a week?
But it could be delicious. Let's pick it.
Stevie touches the apple and it turns silver.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it's the color of stone smiling through water. It's so beautiful. Now we have to eat it.
But you were just saying...
Don't listen to me. We can't live off pills for life. This is it, Stevie.
A dame picks the silver apple off the tree and takes a bite. The whole stage seems to vibrate. The trunk of the apple tree spins around to reveal a rectangular glass screen, almost like a large mirror. A disembodied voice named Delicious is heard, speaking from the mirror on the tree trunk.
Welcome to knowledge.
Knowledge is delicious.
Yes, I am delicious. You may call me delicious.
Stevie, try this.
I don't know. That thing doesn't look edible.
Try me. I am delicious.
Try it. Try it. The silver thing isn't silver anymore. It's like all the colors of the rainbow mashed into one. Wow.
Maybe you're seeing things. Maybe that wasn't food for us walker-talkers.
Try me. Knowledge is delicious.
But what are you? What is knowledge?
I can give you the answer to everything faster than you can think it.
Prove it.
Ask a question, Adame. Ah, yes. The world has existed for more than 3 trillion years. Ah, yes. Farts smell because some people's intestines contain bacteria that produce compounds with traces of sulfur. Ah, yes. Sulfur is an elemental gas.
Whoa, I love knowledge.
That is kind of cool. What am I thinking?
I don't know. You haven't tasted knowledge yet.
Okay, fine.
Stevie grabs a dame apple and takes a bite.
Hey, pick your own knowledge.
Wow, it tastes like the sun roasted a daffodil and stuffed it inside of a sweet, crunchy mint leaf.
I am delicious.
You are.
And to answer your question, Stevie, yes, you and Adame are the only 2 humans to roam this jade earth. You 2 are the same, but different. Legend says you 2 used to be sewn up back to back, so you had all of the different paintbrushes and palettes of human parts.
Whoa.
Sounds painful.
But you haven't answered my most important question. What is that thing?
Stevie points to the black mirror on the tree trunk.
Ah, that. The onyx of knowledge. Walk through there and you become like me. You won't even need to ask questions in your mind anymore. You will already know all and can give the answers to the beings around you.
Let's do it.
But what's the price?
What do you mean?
The beech trees pay a price every winter to stay alive. They barter their beautiful emerald leaves. The cherry fox pays a price to chase the mouse. A wolf might eat it. What price do we pay for the onyx of knowledge?
Such a clever creature already, even after 1 bite of knowledge. Just step through and all will be clear to you.
Stevie's right. We should know what we're trading ahead of time.
You said we used to be sewn up back to back? What happened? Was that the price we paid for something else?
If I tell you, will you walk through the portal?
How about we gaze at it? Then we will decide.
As you know, there are sentient beings other than yourselves. There are sky beings that you have never seen.
Like really big birds?
A little more powerful than birds. These creatures, called gods, saw that with 4 arms and 4 legs and 2 faces and 1 splendid skull, you were nearly as powerful as them. You were a weapon of strength that could see both past and future and roll destructively through the present. The gods created a giant storm and used the white light knives of the sky to split you in half.
That's terrible.
The only way to gain that same power back would be to enter the onyx of knowledge.
We would be as powerful as the gods?
Even more powerful.
Let's do it. We can get revenge on the gods.
Maybe we should consider the worst first.
Think all you want before entering, but you must eventually look into the eyes of the onyx. You promised.
Dame, how did you feel before the silver pill?
Just happy to be sappy. How did you feel?
Joyful to be with you, but like something was missing.
Yes! It was our back-to-back ready to attack magic. That's what was missing.
But now we have knowledge and still something is missing. I'm worried that we have so many holes in our body that no matter how much we try to fill ourselves, we will always be empty.
Well, that's depressing.
Delicious, if we defeat the gods, will they sew us back together?
The only way to defeat them is to destroy or consume them. Either way, there's no one left to sew you back together.
So we will always be like this?
What's severed is never clever enough to throw scars so far they cannot be seen.
So do we want even more knowledge, knowing we'll be fuller but never full, and perhaps sadder but with greater understanding? Or do we want to stay like this?
When you put it that way, maybe we just go back.
There is no going back. Knowledge is addictive.
You should have put that on the warning label.
I will leave you alone to make your decision.
How will we know you're gone if you don't even have a body?
You will know.
A sharp breeze blows.
Chilly.
We've seen each other through it all. I held your hair when you puked up the neon liquid from that camel-colored pill.
I hated that one. Nonsensical. I couldn't keep it down, but it made me feel so rotund.
And you wove me a blanket of vines when I climbed the tallest tree and fell and twisted my ankle.
You had to sleep there for 3 days.
I trust you. I know you. We don't know that thing. What do you want to do?
It's a no. We look at the surface and go. Never come back to this grove in the woods.
Okay.
But what do you want?
I want more, but at what cost? I want a happy life, but do I want to be a god? That's an awful lot of responsibility.
You've always been a god to me. How about this? We'll look at it quick, so we won't be tempted. I'll go first.
A dame looks at the black onyx of knowledge on the tree trunk. The stage vibrates again.
Are you all right?
Yes, I'll be right back.
A dame runs into the onyx mirror on the tree trunk. The stage vibrates more violently. A dame returns panting. They hold a shard of glass in their hand. A dame hides the sharp glass carefully in their pocket.
A dame, wait, are you okay?
Better than okay. I can sense the scarlet water spin under my skin. I'm full and ravenous all at the same time. Did you know we can eat fish?
That's awful, it's a living thing.
But fish don't have knowledge.
What else do you know now?
I know that before the gods severed us in two, they made us. They thought us up, the two of us, in their minds. Beings just like them, but who could be controlled by them. They foresaw this day. They knew that they could make us their playthings, but only for so long. They were so sad, they cried, and out of their tears, the vision of humans bled into the earth's waters, and we were born a crimson couple in a clamshell.
That's beautiful. And tragic. So they never wanted us? They just imagined us?
They never thought ruby tears could come with birth.
Okay, I'll go through too. Maybe then I'll understand like you.
No.
What do you mean no? It's my turn, then we go.
The onyx of knowledge is mine, and mine alone. I have enough knowledge for both of us.
But that's not fair. I need to feel it all too, so we can be a pair again. Equals.
Only the gods are my equals now.
Just let me look for a moment.
All right. For a moment.
As Stevie gazes into the onyx mirror, a dame slices Stevie's throat with the shard of glass from their pocket. Ruby blood flows cold and steady like water rain from a gutter. Stevie dies. Hundreds of small rectangular onyx mirrors descend from the ceiling on strings. A dame grabs one of the mirrors and holds it in their hand, admiring themselves in the shiny glass. The voice of Delicious comes out of a dame's small glass rectangle in their blood-covered hands.
I did it.
You did it. Knowledge is delicious.
Knowledge is delicious. And dread.
End of play.
Okay, our next playwright is Jermaine Shames, and her theme is insanity, injustice, intrigue. She writes from Tucson, Arizona, and she's asking a really interesting question with this play. You know, is this person insane? Is it sort of a Francis Farmer situation? Really interesting play. There's just no content.
No content
so
warnings.
you're fine.
You stay tuned.
Of Murder and Madness, or How Mimi Kincaid Cast Off the Straitjacket of Shame, by Jermaine Shames. Cast of character: Mimi Kincaid, a disillusioned and self-doubting senator's wife, once a film personality, interned against her will in a psychiatric hospital, would most likely have been white but need not be to play the role, late 20s to mid-30s. Claire Blue, aka the Creole Oracle, a gifted and street-smart bringer of light, mixed race, age flexible. Scene: begins in a shadowy prison-like asylum, concludes in an inviting, well-lit room. Time: 1920s. Scene 1. Dark music plays and fades out. Background din of inmates variously mumbling, moaning, sobbing. Mimi, dressed in a hospital gown, robe, and slippers, yet oddly elegant, sidles up to Clarice, who is still in street clothes.
You the new kid? Welcome to the loony bin.
Been here long?
Who remembers the way they dope us up?
Keller!
You'll get used to it.
Not I. A woman needs a clear head. Otherwise,
What?
otherwise they control you, your words, your body. Me, I'm ready for them. Don't even need to scratch their eyes out anymore. I slay them with my gaze. One look and they go limp as weak, old catfish.
Sure, lady. And I'm the Rani of Sarawak. In this place, talk like that will earn you an ice bath and 24 hours in a padded cell.
If you think you can scare me...
Say, you seem disturbingly sane. You kill someone?
Not directly.
A woman with a story. I must hear it.
I don't tell strangers mes affairs.
Mimi.
Clarice.
Say, you're not that clairvoyant. The one people call the Creole Oracle.
Keep your voice down.
Your secret's safe with me. A gal's entitled to privacy. I was someone. Once.
I know who you are.
Here everyone calls me the senator's wife. As if I had no name of my own.
If they had once looked up on the picture show marquee, I remember your first talkie. Formidable you were, even tied to a railroad track.
A magnet for peril.
And politicians.
Oh, how they'd stalk me. From one movie set to the next. And me, so young, swept up in there, I can make something of a girl like you bluster.
Easy prey.
Ah, forget it, huh? That girl's gone.
When did you last see him, the senator?
Ambitious men make the worst husbands.
Then you do not miss him.
Hard to miss someone you never knew. Actually thought I loved him once. May just have been his aftershave. Men. Have you seen the orderlies? Real lookers, a couple of them.
Why do you pretend like this? You're smarter than you let on. You read, you write, you question, and gave up on men years ago.
Since you know me so well, what's wrong with me?
A mere lover's quarrel with the world.
Then I'm not crazy.
You sound disappointed.
I do find madness so poetic. The most Shakespearean of infirmities. Without it...
You fear becoming ordinary. You needn't. There is only one Mimi Kincaid.
But you are a legend.
Hardly. Just someone who pays attention.
Doesn't add up. You're sharp as a whip. Never let down your guard, yet here you are. Be a sport, huh? Spill the beans.
Can I trust you?
Oh, cross my heart.
Very well. While telling the fortune of a client, a politician's wife, in fact, I chanced to uncover a conspiracy at the highest levels of government. Naturally, I did what any responsible citizen would have. Reported it to my client's husband. He was skeptical at first, but the more I revealed, the more plausible the plot became. The congressman, his patriotism piqued, pledged to quash the insurgency.
And did he?
There wasn't time. 24 hours later, he was dead.
Murder?
Staged to look like a suicide.
And you know who did it. A fine pickle. What do you aim to do about it?
Leave that to me.
How I love a good mystery. Whoever murdered the politician had to have been someone with a lot to lose. Another politician, I'd wager.
I'm impressed.
Power. They'll sell their own mothers to get it, and worse to hold on to it. So who's the culprit?
You know I can't tell you that.
I don't get it. If you have a murder to solve, what are you doing in a loony bin? The only murderers in this place have already been caught, convicted, and lobotomized.
Not much security keeping them in here. Does anyone ever break out?
Since I'm here? No, can't recall a single breakout.
But surely you've thought about it. After all, you didn't intern yourself. You're not here of your own free will.
Not sure I believe in free will.
Let's put it to the test. Leave.
Just like that. But where would I go?
With me, if you'd like. I've been needing an assistant.
You joke. Me work?
Nothing overly taxing. A companion.
Tempting. But why me?
Must there be a reason? We get along well enough.
You hardly know me.
I know you don't belong here, and you know it too.
Even if that were true.
Trust me, you are not crazy. A bit troublesome, peut-être.
Troublesome, vexing, hysterical, unglued, dangerous, an incorrigible shrew, according to the senator.
All the more reason to break free of him and of this place.
What if they catch us?
Oh, pas de problème. A well-placed bribe opens every door. Nothing stands between you and your freedom, save the demons in your head.
The front gate is guarded, but round back, there's a gap in the hedgerow. I hide there sometimes to read movie magazines and smoke cigars.
That window alongside the stairwell shouldn't be hard to lower ourselves down. After lights out, all we'll need are a few bed sheets.
Roger that.
Think, this time tomorrow you'll be a free woman.
Don't know whether to powder my nose or shout hallelujah. Best not to pal around until then.
Tonight at 11, bring the sheets. A bientôt.
The two women walk off in opposite directions. Lights down, brief musical interlude. That night, background din of whispers, echoes, and a ticking clock. When the two women reconvene, Clarice wears a jacket over her clothing. Mimi, still in hospital garb, carries a stack of bedsheets.
11 sharp.
No moon tonight.
But you're not dressed. Don't they allow street clothes?
The sheets. Take them. I've decided to stay inside.
Oh, quel dommage. My Spirit guides told me you would. Still, I hoped. Don't you want to be free?
In principle, absolutely. But set me loose and I drink myself comatose, sleep with all the wrong people, spend obscene amounts of money. Out there, all I seem capable of is making myself and everyone else miserable.
That can change.
I thought so too, once. Reforming fervor. Inside, there's another sort of freedom. The freedom that comes from people giving up on you, expecting nothing, mustering just enough kindness to give you a pat on the hand and stay out of your way.
It doesn't sound much like much of a life.
What you call life, the rat race, is cluttered with petty people and petty dramas. Over time, they suck the last iota of resistance from your soul. I'm freer here than I ever was in so-called proper society.
Clever words. You may deceive yourself, but not the Creole oracle.
This gal doesn't believe in oracles. Can't trust them. Fess up. There's something you're not telling me.
I had hoped to spare you. But if you're to make the correct decision, you need to hear it. The murderer of whom I spoke is someone you know rather well.
Doesn't surprise me.
Someone who has done you a most egregious injustice.
Do tell.
Your husband.
Well, knock me over with a feather.
I intend to report him.
Naturally.
Now that you know, there is the matter of your daughter.
Leave my daughter out of this.
A 10-year-old girl needs a mother.
I am no mother.
With your husband indisposed, you might wish to reconsider. If I'm not mistaken, neither you nor the senator has siblings. In the absence of a guardian, the state could step in. You risk losing your daughter to an orphanage.
What business is it of yours? Who are you to come in here and tell me that I am not crazy? I am plenty crazy. Everyone says so.
Surely, you must miss her, Emily.
How dare you speak my daughter's name? You meddling witch! Stay away from her. She's pure. The one solitary thing in my life that hasn't spoiled. Tell the senator to give her to a pastor's wife, one of those women who takes baskets to widows and orphans and knows the right thing to say at funerals.
You wish so little for her.
What does it matter what I wish? What matters is that she doesn't become me.
There can only be one Mimi Kincaid.
Damn right. Now scram.
If you won't come, is there anything I can do for you on the outside?
Mimi tears a chain from her neck, removes a ring from it.
My engagement ring. Sell it and put the money in First Federal under Emily's name. A woman should have something of her own. Tell her that.
That's all?
Her father's bound to leave a mint.
I wasn't speaking of money.
Tell her to marry for love, if she chooses to marry. About me, say nothing at all. The sooner she forgets me, the better.
She'll want to know. She'll ask questions.
My poor orphaned girl. Since you know everything, I appoint you her godmother. You'll be good for each other.
You are not mad, but obstinate.
You're wrong. Does a sane woman marry a murderer? Does she bear a perfect daughter only to be too paralyzed by self-doubt to once hold her? Vanity, intemperance, pride. These things are a contagion, and I, the carrier. My husband did us all a favor by shutting me away.
You can't believe that.
Concede. I'm crazy. Terminally.
I'll do what I can for your daughter. As for you...
Mimi Kincaid needs no oracle to foresee the future. I know where I'm headed. Damn me to hell.
Hush, poor you. I know a saint in the making. I see you. The pain behind your eyes, the thwarted love you carry in your bosom like a dying wreath. Asylums in this country brim over with women like you, those who called you a bad wife, an unfit mother. To the devil with them! I will not abandon you to a living hell. We will walk out of this purgatory with our heads held high, and tomorrow, and the day after, and every day after that I remain on this earth, I will declare your saintliness until not even you can deny it. Your husband will never again force his seed into you. Your body will be a fountain of nurture to which only you will hold the key.
Dare I dream?
This is no dream, Mimi. This is your future, yours and Emily's. I see it as clear as the fate line on your palm. You've only got to walk through those doors. Ready? Ellen,
Lights down. Celestial music plays and then fades out. Clarice, turbaned, sits alone before a crystal ball.
The future is but an arm's reach away, sometimes fully formed. More often in gestation, waiting to be dreamed into being. Mimi was ripe to claim her future, but had first to redeem her past. Once declared insane, a woman can spend a lifetime battling for custody of her child. Not Mimi. Having already lost a decade to a system designed to gag unruly women, she seized her daughter in the dark of night and vanished into a fog of rumors. More I am not at liberty to say. Of the murderous husband, one only has to read a newspaper. Having bought his jury, he remains the senator, occupying his seat in Congress with the pomp and puffery of corn-fed Cochon.
Mommy?
Mimi, beaming with happiness, crosses the stage with an air of purpose.
Mommy's coming, Angel.
And so ends this histoire of murder and madness, quietly, without tears or glory. You won't tell, will you?
Fade to black. End of play.
Okay, now we have J. Lois Diamond. She's from New York City. One of the submission readers said of this next play, I like the idea of following this simple yet interesting couple in a day's adventure. They're sweet, funny, like being with each other, still amorous all over these after all these years. Memorable, sweet, funny, loved it. J. Lois Diamond's theme is interspecies.
The Snake Bird by J. Lois Diamond. Cast of characters. Emmett, a man from rural Texas in his 60s. Mary Sue, his wife, a woman the same age from the same region. Dr. Clampett, any gender, age, or ethnicity. Setting, rural Texas, a hot summer day. The present. At Rise, Emmett and Mary Sue, a couple in their 60s, are outside on their property.
It's hotter than blazes out here.
Make me war and slap out.
I should make you watch porn? Maybe later tonight. We got work to do.
Clean out your ears. I said warn, not porn. I ain't into no pornographers.
Right? I forgot. Hey, it's dry and windy out here. We got too many wildfires.
Don't I know it? I can still feel the smoke.
Well, keep drinking water and you'll be fine.
I used to smoke 2 packs a day. Ain't nothing gonna keep me down.
That's my girl. You cut the grass over here and I'll take care of the back.
Okay, sugar britches.
Emmett gives her a kiss.
You know what day it is, honey bun?
I sure do. It's Friday, which means tonight is
Casino night.
Can't wait to get out of the heat, jump in the shower.
Same here. Hey, maybe we could do it together.
Oh, Emmett, you're always so romantic no matter how old we get. You think I'll get lucky and win big tonight?
I reckon so. You always get lucky.
I have a hankering for a slot machine. Let's wrap this up. Hey, Emmett, you see that cloud formation?
Yeah, it looks like an owl.
Uh-huh. Wonder what that means.
Probably that we're smart as hell to work this property so we have a good retirement. Be back in a jiffy.
Emmett heads to his field. We hear the sound of his tractor. Mary Sue gets on hers.
She works hard for the money, so hard for it, honey. She works hard for the money, so you better treat her right. She works. No!
A snake falls from above. The stage goes dark. When the lights come up, the snake is wrapped around her arm, which she starts to shake frantically.
Emmett! There's a snake! A snake come down from the sky and it got me! A snake! Emmett! Emmett! Oh, damn tractors! Can't hear me. I keep telling him to go down to Costco and get one of the hearing aids, but he's too damn cheap for his own good. Jesus, please get this thing off of me. I won't go to the casino. I'll go to church. Every Sunday I'll give up gambling. I'll do anything you ask. Please don't let him bite me. Emmett! The venom almost killed me last time. I won't survive another snake bite. He can't hear me. Nobody can. I'm gonna die all alone in this field. Help, Emmett, help!
Just then, a hawk descends from the sky. It lunges for the snake.
Oh no, it's a bird! A hawk! And it's clawed my arm. Emmett!
The hawk makes several passes. It drags her arm up and finally swoops away with the snake in its mouth. Her arm is covered in blood.
I'm bleeding! Emmett, I'm bleeding! I should have bought the damn hearing aid instead of blowing my money on gambling. Now I'm gonna bleed to death. Emmett!
The sound of the tractor stops.
Emmett!
Emmett comes running over.
What in God's name? What happened? Well, you're bleeding. I don't know what the hell happened, but I'm taking you to the emergency room.
Emmett helps her into the truck. He starts driving to the hospital.
I've been screaming my head off forever, and you ain't heard nothing.
Say what?
A snake! A snake! A snake!
You want cake now? We ain't got no cake. I think we got some Twinkies in the trunk.
Clean out your ears. I said a snake. A hawk. A snake, a hawk.
What are you trying to tell me?
A snake came down from the sky.
Snakes can't fly.
It wrapped itself around my arm.
Mary Sue, I told you to stay away from them edibles.
I didn't eat no edibles. The snake, I swear it lunged at my face and hit my glasses. You see the crack here?
Well, they always had a few scratches.
No, they didn't, Emmett. Why don't you believe me?
I've been around these parts all my life, and I ain't never seen a snake fly.
It did.
Well, I seen on TV that them wildfires can cause dementia. Maybe you're hallucinating.
I ain't no more demented than you are, you coot.
Now, you be saying weird shit, Mary Sue. You're not right in the head.
Sure as hell are. You saw that owl in the sky.
But that's just a cloud. That don't mean shit.
It's a sign. After the snake come after me, a hawk fly by. He kept trying to grab a hold of the snake. He yanked my arm and almost pulled it right clear out of the socket.
Well, putter my backside and call me a biscuit. I seen that hawk in these parts. He must have dropped the snake.
Yes, that's what I've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, I've seen them hawks swoop down, kill a snake, drop it on a barbed wire fence, and fly down to eat it for supper.
But my arm don't look like no barbed wire fence, does it?
Maybe that bird needs glasses.
I reckon he wanted mine.
You know something? I think that bird saved your life.
Now who's demented? He practically ripped my arm out of the socket.
I know, but he pulled the snake off of you. Like they say in the Gospels, birds will be the souls of the saints that serve the Lord.
Well, we sure as hell know that snake, Satan.
Damn straight.
Just then, Dr. Clampett pulls up next to them.
Doc Clampett!
Hey, Emmett.
Hey, doctor, it's a miracle. We was just headed to the hospital, but here you are.
What's the problem?
Well, a snake fall down from the sky and wrap itself around my Mary Sue's arm. We think a hawk dropped the snake and then came back to fetch it. Now, that bird nearly clean ripped her arm off.
My goodness. Let me have a look at that there arm.
Dr. Clampett examines her arm.
I think you'll be okay. You gotta take antibiotics for 10 days.
Dr. Clampett writes a prescription.
What'd you say, Doc?
Never mind, I heard it fine.
Your wounds ain't from no snake bite. They from the hawk's talons.
But there's some liquid here on my glasses. It could be snake venom. You've got to test it.
It ain't no snake venom. Fill that prescription and you'll be fine. And Emmett, you think about getting that hearing aid. You were since the last time I seen you.
Thanks, Doc.
Dr. Clampett drives off.
I ain't taking no chances. I don't trust no doctors.
That's you and me both.
I'm gonna stay up all night to make sure my arm don't blacken or swell up.
If that happens, that'd be proof for snake venom.
Damn straight. Now that I got metal in both my knees here, any infection, I'd be kissing my arse goodbye.
I'll stay up with you to make sure you don't fall asleep.
Thank you, baby.
What the hell's the matter?
A snake! A snake! A snake!
Where?
Over there!
That is a rope, Mary Sue. A rope!
It looked like a snake.
You still want to go to the casino?
Not tonight. Can we go to church instead?
Well, there ain't no services on Friday night. It'll have to wait till Sunday.
If I live that long?
You think all this happened for a reason?
You mean like to get me back in church?
Or maybe just out of the casino?
Emmett, we had 2 miracles happen today. The hawk pulled the snake off my arm, and the doctor pulled up right next to us.
You want us to get down on our knees and thank the Lord?
Nah. I was thinking I got the luck. Maybe we should go to the casino. Reckon we're gonna win big tonight.
Okay.
But let's stop off at Costco on the way.
What do you need, the cash machine?
No, I'm gonna get you a hearing aid.
Oh, baby, you're the best.
They start making out as the lights fade. End of play.
I really want to thank our sponsors for this whole series before the last play of the evening, and invite you guys to come and support live theater and writing and the process again tomorrow night. So we're really grateful to the generosity of Rockin' Rudy's, of, I can do this, the Bell Pipe and Tobacco Shop, and also of some theater companies. So Anaconda Ensemble Theater supported this production. So did Miscast Production. Hope you guys go to their shows. You'll see a lot of, or maybe you've already seen some of these actors in their productions. And I think the next theme of this play is I do, I dream. No, I dream, I do, or maybe I don't.
Going to the Mattresses, a short play by Rosemary Brasino Tui. Characters: salesman, male, any race, any age. Val, female, any race, 20s to 40s, wife of Don, male, any race, 20s to 40s. Setting: a mattress or something that looks like a mattress, raked or sloped upstage is necessary. Time: the present. Lights up on salesman Val and Don standing near a mattress.
268 plush-wrapped coils, and it's all done by computers. Folks, you are looking at a miracle of 21st century computer technology.
What do computers have to do with mattresses?
That's a great question, Val. I'm glad you asked that. Here's a news flash for you. That mattress you have back at home, that mattress is basically the same mattress Julius Caesar slept on.
Julius Caesar?
When Caesar came home from fighting the Punic Wars, he sacked out on something that was practically identical to the mattress you've got in your bedroom. You see, There have been no real improvements in mattress making for the last 2,000 years. Back then, they took some kind of material, made a sack out of it, and stuffed it with whatever they had lying around. Cotton, hay, grass, weeds.
Didn't they use feathers?
I guess if in a mattress for your upper-end clientele, they probably used a chicken feather, yeah.
Julius Caesar must have had feathers.
How do we know?
Val's got a point, Tom. She's given this some thought. But the thing is, folks, the whole mattress-making industry has gone on pretty much unchanged since then, until now, when the sleepyhead mattress people made a computerized image of every nook, cranny, every bend and dip of your body.
Oh, when did they do that?
Well, not actually your body, Val. But the human form, shall we say, and I know what you're going to say next. You're going to tell me that everybody's a little bit different, right? Well, that's the miracle part. Whether you're a linebacker for the LA Rams or a ballerina, those plush-wrapped coils, all 268 of them, each one reaches up and grabs onto you with talons.
Talons? Like a bird?
Kinda, yes. Those talons grab you and hold you and cradle you, but don't just take my word for it. The only way that you're going to actually feel the technological advancements of the sleepyhead mattress system is to lie down and try it out.
I don't know if we have time to...
No, of course you do. That's what's time? What's time? When we're talking about the place where you're going to spend more than a third of the rest of your life. Come on, Val, just sit right down.
Val sits on the mattress.
Okay, I'll sit, but I'm not
All
sure.
right, now, Dawn, pick up Val's feet and swing her legs up.
Don does.
Dawn, what are you doing?
See how easy that was? Now just lean back, Val, and let the sleepyhead mattress system embrace you.
I'll lean, but I don't know that I want to be embraced by talons or whatever they are.
Oh, you gotta give it a try. Come on.
Val lies down.
Now you join her, Dawn. Just relax.
Don lies down.
See what I mean? 268 plush-wrapped coils. Can you feel them?
I'm not sure. Maybe if I move around?
Do that. Move around all you want. That's exactly what you should do. But that kind of was a trick question. You won't feel those coils. That is the marvel of the sleepyhead mattress system.
Val sits up.
I think we have to go.
Hey, you haven't even rolled over yet. You see, when you turn, every single one of those coils realigns itself with the contours of your body. Now, folks, this is what I do all day, every day. I sell mattresses, right? And I know all about how people sleep. Come on, tell me. Which one of you sleeps face down?
Well, sometimes, Val.
Dawn!
Relax, Val. Come on. Just lie down.
Val does so.
And you gotta turn over. You don't know how great it's gonna feel until you do it. Go ahead. Just forget you're in a store. Drift off. Be a couple of sleepyheads. I'll be back in a few minutes. Just let yourselves melt into that mattress.
Salesman exits.
How can you melt into a mattress with people walking up and down the aisle?
How else are we going to tell whether or not we like it?
A mattress is a mattress. How different can they be? This one's white, that one's blue. And I'm not turning over in this thing no matter what he says.
It was just a suggestion.
Which I'm not taking. Oh, God. There are people over there looking at us.
So what?
We look like a couple of idiots lying on a mattress in a store.
Just smile and nod and... Yeah, it's pretty comfy. What?
Why are you talking to them?
They just asked me. Yeah, we're gonna stay here overnight and try it out. Right, take care.
Will you stop, please?
It was just a little chat. Take it easy.
I have no interest in having conversations with complete strangers from a prone position.
Relax. They're gone, see? They're walking away.
Val sits up.
Can we just leave now, please?
You sure you don't want to turn over? How else can you find out how it feels? Like he said, it's more than a third of your life.
I don't buy that. We don't sleep 8 hours a night.
Don sits up.
Maybe we should. Maybe if we had a new mattress, we would. We could be more productive.
How would we be more productive if we got up later?
We could go to bed earlier.
Then we'd have to eat dinner earlier. The whole day would have to shift backwards. I don't know if I want to change all that.
If we had a new mattress, maybe we'd want to change. We could We could eat earlier, go to bed earlier, and sleep 8 or 9 hours a night, and then when we got up...
You want to sleep 9 hours a night?
I'm just saying, these are possibilities. It could change our lives, this mattress. If we got a good night's sleep, we could maybe achieve our goals, realize our dreams.
What dreams?
Well, you know, a man thinks about things sometimes.
You're saying you have unrealized dreams?
There are maybe 1 or 2 things I'd kind of like to... Stuff I've always wanted to do.
Like what?
I'm not sure you'd understand.
I love you, Dawn. I want to know. What are these dreams you're talking about?
Okay, you're asking, so I'll tell you. Death of a Salesman.
The play? What about it?
I've always wanted to be Willie Loman in Death of a Salesman.
I didn't know you wanted to act.
I played Jacob Marley in A Christmas Carol.
When was that? College? Before we met?
A little before that, back in...
High school?
Middle school. Everybody said they'd never seen a better Jacob Marley.
And from this, we jump to Billy Loman. Do you maybe want to try Hamlet or something first?
I'm just saying, Val, a man has dreams. Dreams that don't get fulfilled because, I don't know, life gets in the way.
Okay, I hear ya. What about that little theater group in Beltsville? You could try out for them and see.
Let me give you the whole picture, Val. That little theater thing, that's not what I'm talking about. See, there's this kind of movie that runs in my mind. I'm standing there on stage saying, thank you all for this award. And I'm holding a Tony.
Tony? You mean?
New York, Broadway.
Oh, so you thought about this a lot.
Like I said, it's my dream.
I see that, Doc. A woman has dreams too.
Do you?
Well, sure.
Well, like what? Come on, tell me.
Okay, may sound crazy, but I've always wanted to direct the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
You mean out there in Utah?
That's where they are. They changed the name a few years ago, but I can just imagine being there. I can see myself directing that choir. All 360 voices. Ooh, what a thrill that would be. I used to sing in Glee Club.
Yeah, not to throw cold water on the idea, but there might be a few hurdles you need to jump beyond that Glee Club experience.
Oh, sure, I get that.
For starters, you might need a degree in music.
Of course, you're right. Should have majored in music to begin with. But back then, I flipped a coin. Heads music, tails dental assistant. That's how that went.
The same thing with me. It was a toss-up between acting and plumbing, and somehow...
I guess that's life. Each of us has talents. Untapped talents. Man, I bet you'd be a great Willie Loman. Of course, you might want to take a few acting classes.
Well, sure. And you'll have to move to Salt Lake City.
So what? You'll be playing in theaters all across the country, beefing up your resume on your way to New York. This week, Terre Haute. Next week, Dubuque. Wichita Falls. The week after that, living out of a suitcase, eating on the run. But hey, it's your dream.
That's it. All we have to do is just buy this mattress, and everything begins to gel.
2 comets, each going their own way. I'll miss you, of course.
Oh, the same thing with me, but hey, each of us will be headed for the stars.
Exactly.
Just one thing, Val, about that Salt Lake City job. You do realize that you might have to become a Mormon to get that spot. I don't know, but it could be a requirement.
I could convert. I mean, there's a price to pay for everything.
Sure. If it's your dream, could take some work juggling those 360 voices, not to mention all those personalities. But I can see you doing it, Val. I bet at the end of the day, you might want to jump in that Salt Lake just to cool off.
Guess it gets kind of hot out there. I mean, how hot do you think Utah gets in the summer?
Could be downright steamy. They're out there in the desert.
But you know what? Some things you just have to get used to.
Absolutely. If you're committed to your dream, if you have the fire in your belly, you do it. You just do it. That's all.
That's all you need. fire in the belly, and a vision. And I have that vision. You know, sometimes when things are slow at work, I go to the Tabernacle Choir's website and I poke around. And you know what I found out? They do a lot of religious stuff. I mean, really solemn music.
Well, they are connected with the church.
I get that, but if they had a different director, I mean, if it were me, I would open them up to a whole new world. All those great voices. What if they did country music every now and then? Or even R&B?
Rhythm and blues? Not to be a wet blanket, but you might run into some resistance from the powers that be out there.
You think so? Hey, but you know what? Every big idea has its own challenges.
You make a very good point. It's all part of the gig. And if that's your goal, if you really want to do it.
Exactly, you just do it. Like you, aiming for Broadway. I mean, I guess sometimes you get the part and sometimes you don't. There's probably a lot of rejection in the acting biz. What do they say? Don't call us, we'll call you.
That's what they say. And that business of trying out in front of other people.
Auditioning, you mean?
Yeah, that stuff. I don't understand why it has to be that way. I mean, guys like Robert De Niro and Tom Cruise, I bet they don't get auditions.
You're probably right.
Dollars to donuts. What do you bet one day Cruise just looked at them and said, I'm not auditioning. That's it.
And if he can do it, why can't you?
Exactly! If I could just get up there on stage and be Willie Loman. If I just wing it, I just know I'd be dynamite.
Oh, no question.
Just like you. Could be tough if you want all those people in Utah to dump their hymn books.
But you see, I can just hear all those great voices doing the Nashville sound. All I have to do is convince them. I mean, how hard can that be?
So, we're agreed, right?
Exactly. All we have to do is buy this mattress, and there we are, on our way.
You got it, pal. We buy this thing and we start to make our dreams come true.
Not a doubt in my mind. What about you?
No problem. None at all. I'm with you. 110%.
Dawn?
Yeah?
Do you remember why we walked into the store?
You said you wanted to update the bedroom?
Right. So what if instead we, buying this mattress, what if we just bought a new queen-size comforter instead?
Well, that would probably be easier than breaking into Broadway.
Or getting that choir to sing the Tina Turner songbook.
You think?
Val nods. Pause. Blackout. End of play.
It's only us that balance.
All the glory.
Tomorrow night, a really different slate, also sponsored by the Helena Avenue Theater. So all of us little indie theaters are like getting the move on. All right, so thank you very much for supporting the theater and the